up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We down here, honey. We are down here, honey. We don't have nothing to talk about. We're going to Starbucks. And we are going to go to the park. I'm so late today. Girl, I'm late. So late. But we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So, first things up, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know you stopped by. I'm glad I said on this story it happened yesterday, November 1st. I got up, in the morning or whatever. I don't know what I was doing. I think I had to just tweet it like I usually tweet an affirmation after I get up. I get up, I do my morning routine. I tweet my affirmation, and then I started doing my stuff, like reading the news, going on the news, seeing what's going on in the news. I check my, I just do my thing or whatever. And then, I'm in a Discord, and somebody posted in the Discord that Takeoff got shot. And I was like, what? Takeoff? No, what happened? And then by the time I got to the story, they said he was dead. And I was like, girl, this is a mess. So I'm like, okay, what happened? He got shot, of course. It's easier to accept someone's death when it's an accident. You know what I'm saying? And when they're killed, and then for it to come out that it was over a dice game or somebody was arguing, and then for it to come out some more that he wasn't even involved in the dice game, he wasn't even playing, and then it just starts this conversation. First of all, it's senseless. It makes no sense. Why? My only question, and I know why it's easier. Like, I have so many thoughts running through my head because it's like so many things, just for everything. There's like so many things. Black on black crime, black men and their lack of emotional intelligence, black men and their lack of value in each other, that they don't see value in each other. The lack of value of a human life. And I always say about people who shoot people, when they shoot someone, they run immediately, right? If you've ever stayed around and watched the person that you shot take their last breath, you would probably never kill anybody again. Unless you have some type of psychological issues where you enjoy stuff like that, and you want to kill people, and you just want to kill people. I think the ability that you don't have value for life, you shoot somebody, you don't get to see the repercussions of your actions. So there's a way to disassociate everything, right? Unless those demons get you when your eyes close, right? When your eyes close at night and you hear that person talking to you and asking you why you did what you did to them, right? There's video, of course. There's video. They posted it online. You can see Quavo sitting over him. Quavo, Takeoff. I'm talking about this because I know y'all have all read the story. That's the reason why I like to sit on a lot of stories sometimes, because I feel like everybody can read it and then I can just talk about it and we just all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go and read nothing or anything like that. We all know what the story is. And then it just goes into another conversation about the culture and quote unquote hip hop culture, and how hip hop culture has basically become the symbol of black culture. And the music and the frequency of the music and where it keeps people and the state of mind it keeps people and the lyrics that are happening and all this other stuff. Come on, bro. And see, like, natural conflict between people can't happen because somebody might take out a gun and just shoot you. It's really ridiculous.
What kind of Starbucks will be served today?
Yes, may I have a grande dirty chai double with oat milk?
Yeah, did you want that hot or ice?
Hot, with 2 pumps of brown sugar at 180 degrees.
You got it?
And that's it.
All right, garnet chai with a double, 2 pumps brown sugar, oat milk, 180 degrees. It's going to be $8.45, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you. May I have a short straw? Thank you. All right. Okay. So there's just so many things. I should have written my thoughts down on what I wanted to say, because it's like hip hop, black on black crime, black people not valuing life, the music, and it's just like, it's just so many things, and it's music and how music shapes culture and how, the music is really, and it's like, and then you have people like Jay-Z and Kelly Rowland and Robin Thicke and all the others who don't want lyrics to be used in the courts. And then, like, you see all of these guys, every little baby, all these dudes are just like, they're violent. They're violent. They're violent. They have violent tendencies. I don't care if it's poverty, if it's, I don't know what it is, but I was so shocked. And the reason why I was so shocked, and it was because Takeoff is like the quietest one out of both of them. Now, I remember, like, I think it was in 2021, there was a story that came out that said Takeoff was accused of SA. And then it came out later that the case had been dismissed. And then it came out in September that they wanted him to come and do a deposition for that case or something like that. And that's the only thing that I've ever seen on Takeoff. That's the only thing I've ever seen on Takeoff. And for him, and then like Quavo is his uncle. Offset is his cousin, I believe. I think they're cousins. No, brothers. Wait, I think they're brothers. Girl. And they weren't on speaking terms. That's the crazy part. Y'all out there playing dice. Here's my thing. Y'all out there playing dice, number one. Number two, like I was talking yesterday, everybody knows you don't play games that, like, money competition with fragile men that you don't know, because men are fragile. They're so fragile emotionally, right? They're so emotionally fragile. And like I was saying on Twitter, these men are socialized to only have relationships with anger and lust. And then somebody came underneath my post and said, yes, all they know how to use is their dicks and their fist. And that's it. And now they're using guns. But here's my thing. Knowing that you all are emotionally fragile and go from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds, you all carry. So my thing is, why aren't you trying to avoid conflict to where somebody, because you all know it's like the Wild Wild West. You all know each other has a gun. So you all know that y'all don't have the emotional intelligence to have a conversation about your disagreement or to actually just fight. Right? To live another day. To live another day. Shout out to Pops. But the truth, that's the truth though. Y'all want to eliminate people and take somebody's child, take somebody's father, take somebody's family member out. There's Action Bronson. Take somebody's family member out. Delete them because y'all got into a fight. Why do you want to remove the person? Because you don't value life. And they always talk about this bro code. Y'all look at each other and don't see the value in each other. You don't even see each other. You see somebody you should take out over a fight. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's really senseless. But this has become, especially with like these rappers, they just going down, dead, in jail. And it's and does anybody see that there is a problem? But then you have, and then like, it's not just that. It's like, you have these rappers, and then you have the regular dudes who want to mimic the life of rappers. You have these impressionable men who are they seem to be influenced, a mass majority of them seem to be influenced by hip hop culture, not only in the way they dress, the way they speak, the way they treat women, the way they treat each other, everything. And they want to mimic what they hear in the songs. Grown men, not teenagers, grown ass men. Walking around dressed like their favorite, inspired by their favorite rapper. In a new video, you can hear Quavo on the phone, presumably with 911, asking what does she need to do. A woman on the scene said she was a nurse and was trying to offer help. She was. And I mean, it's really sad because there was a lot of people there. They said they were at a bowling alley. You could see Quavo over him. He had just taken a picture. You know, it's just really sad. But again, it just speaks to a larger conversation about music, about culture, about how we relate to each other. I keep saying that, and we keep saying, and it's like, the social image of black men, y'all have to do something about it. And women can't help you. Women cannot help you do something about your social image. Because women are your collateral damage in your social image. So black women can't help you. The same way black women went from the quote unquote being looked at as the quote unquote welfare queen, and actively in a span of how many generations? 2 generations, has effectively gone from a welfare queen to the most educated group of people, or the most enrolled in college, however you weigh, they're getting their education. They ain't no goddamn welfare queens. So the social image of the black woman has changed with no help, little to no help from the collective of black men. If anything, they've been trying to pull her down. So now it's y'all's turn to change your social image. But you know what? Since there's no consequence for the bad behavior, and they keep getting record deals, access to women, money, deals, endorsements, it's not going to stop. And that's why so many people, I grew up. I'm so lucky that I was born in the time that I was born, because I have a love for so much music. But I remember hip hop. And I remember and being able to look at, now as an older person, being able to look back and look and say, the music is degrading. I used to be one of those girls that be like, well, he ain't talking about me. He's calling them bitches and hoes. I know I'm not no bitch and a hoe. But yeah, I know I'm not. But these men are being programmed, and the women are being programmed that that's how they're now just talking about you in normal conversation. Yeah, that bitch. You know that bitch. And we all, not we all, but a lot of us do it. So good. And it's just really, it's just so much that needs to happen with the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Um, over a dice game, and he wasn't even involved in the dice game. He was like literally a bystander. And then and then on top of all of that, guess what? Y'all can't snitch. Y'all gotta live by some fucking weird ass code y'all done made up to where you protect the terrorist. So what do you do now? You have effectively created a culture and an environment where these men can terrorize women, each other first. They terrorize each other, women, children, people of the LGBTQ community, elders, animals. No one's safe. They running around killing each other or spreading STDs and STIs. And honestly, I'm like, y'all have to change your social image. Y'all are going to have to do that. Because it looks like y'all don't care about yourselves. It looks like you don't care about each other. And it's hard to argue when it's time for, police brutality. And I have to say and admit, I used to be that person as well. Crime happens intraracially. Yes, crime happens intraracially. People kill who they're in proximity to, who they're in community with. It's true. But when you have a statistic that says in this group, the women are being killed every 5 hours, there's a woman killed, that's a problem. Every 5.5 hours. And from what I have read recently, I think it's lesser time. I think it's 4 hours or 4.5 hours or 5 hours now. It's less than 5.5 hours. There's a black woman being killed. Or girl. They have these men running into McDonald's to shoot somebody because their fries were cold. To shoot somebody because, they stole your parking place. To shoot, to want to take someone's life for nothing. Like literally, the only time I feel that is justified is in self-defense. That's the only time I think that's it. But y'all run around here shooting people, terrorizing women and children and men. And I used to be like, yeah, police brutality is not the number one thing that's plaguing the black community. Do not let them tell you that. It's straight black men. And then when I say that, the reason why things don't get fixed is because when I say that, men don't like to hear that. They don't like to hear that straight black men are terrorizing the black community and the women who help them and the women who lift them up and the women who coddle them and protect them and help them scout for girls they're going to traffic. All the shit. Yes, not just men. But men are causing the most violence. They're the most violent. Women are not going around like men are and killing men every 5.5 hours. It's really sad. Like in this story here, Oklahoma City man arrested for knowingly infecting women with HIV. Knowingly. This is what I'm saying. So you have in Houston, one man shooting somebody over a dice game, and in Oklahoma, you have one man spreading HIV. National health and safety threats. That's why you have to be very careful who you're in proximity with, who you're in community with. You have to be mindful that you're in community with people who value life. If you can just pull out a gun and shoot somebody over an argument, and then we are like, oh, women are so emotional. No, y'all, like, on some real shit, men in digital spaces, y'all have to stop saying women are more emotional. And women, if you're in digital spaces where men are telling you that women are more emotional, pull up a news report and go through all of the times these men are deleting people off of the face of the earth for the most minor. Cold fries? You go into a McDonald's and shoot someone over cold fries? It's a lot. It's a lot to be said. This gang mentality, this mob, y'all want to be in the mob so bad. Y'all want to be gangsters so bad. Y'all want to do all this stuff so bad. It's so weird. And it's like, that's the part I'm trying to figure out. Y'all know that everybody has a gun. So then y'all have to know, y'all should do your best to avoid conflict. I feel like if you should be aware that you should assume that everybody has a gun. And you would think that would modify your behavior. You would think that will give you a level of awareness to where you could avoid conflict. We're playing dice. We have money. We're gambling. I don't know if he knew the guys. I don't know if they knew the people or whatever. But I don't imagine you pulling out a gun on somebody you know. I mean, but YNM Melly or whatever, that little demon looking motherfucker, he's in jail for shooting his friends. And I think he rapped about it too. They killing their friends. Like, there's no honor. And what do you value? And then these niggas spend all day on the internet trying to figure out how to dominate women. Y'all need to dominate yourselves. Y'all need to figure out how to get self-control. Y'all need to figure out how to get in touch with your emotions. And women and men both need to figure out how to get in touch with their emotions. Y'all need to, and then contributing to the toxic hyper masculinity that is in the culture of hip hop, right? Gangster rap. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. Now that I'm older, right? Now that I'm older, and in retrospect, I look back and I was like, okay, yeah. I remember a time before hip hop, right? I remember the music. I remember who I was listening to. I remember, right? I was listening to mostly top 40 music, right? Pop music, new wave music, right? That's what I was listening. Prince, Michael Jackson, Cyndi Lauper, Thompson Twins, Depeche Mode. These are what I was listening, in addition to what my parents and grandparents were listening to. So that's coming off of disco, blues, of course, R&B, soul, funk, all of that, right? I'm coming off of all of that. And then you get the hyper masculine gangster who comes into hip hop. Shout out to the West Coast. And like Billy Porter said, it was fuck the police, fuck you bitches and hoes, and F words. That's how it went. In his perspective, it was F the police and F words. From my perspective, looking back, it's like F the police, F you bitches and hoes, F words, F these kids. It's clear. And it's not only clear in the music, it's clear in the way that black men and women socialize with each other and relate to each other. You on that hip hop shit. That is like translated to you on that hood, ghetto, low vibrational plate. Like, that's it. And I always say it. It is a low vibration in your lower chakras, your root, your sacral, your solar plexus. Your root chakra, when it's out of balance, it's the for survival. It's where you feel secure. But when it's out of balance, you're in survival mode, savage mode. You're in I need to do what I need to do to survive. And that's where the music is. So when you're constantly in that survival mode, I'm fighting, stealing, robbing, murdering, killing, fighting, murdering, robbing, stealing, killing. And you wonder why everybody's vibrating at that level. So when I'm playing dice, we're all in this low vibration, residing there. Understand? Residing, living there. Not in a low vibration because you got into an argument with somebody and your pressure is up and now they got you in a funk and now you got to go. No. You reside there. You live there. So what's the natural thing to do in a place where I'm in constant survival mode? Any fight, I'm taking the next person out. I'm in survival mode. That's real, y'all. And like I said, I grew up on the music. I grew up on it. But now you listen to the R&B music now. Chris Brown, there's no love. There's no innuendo. There's no speaking in code. It's, bitch, I'ma fuck you, and your nigga ain't gonna come over here and fuck you the way that I fuck you. It's no love. It's no love. It's just dicks and fists, like homeboy said. And then when there's no love in the music, even the music that you listen to the R&B music, right? That's the music you put on, the ballads, the slow songs and stuff. The niggas is in the slow songs, disrespectful, talking shit, calling the women bitches in the slow songs. Look at that toxic shit, division, DVSN, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. Division is right. Division is right. Listen to what they putting out over there. I used to fuck with that group, and I saw some songs that they were putting out. I was like, what kind of shit is this? What is the messaging here? This toxic shit. And if you're constantly listening to that, unconsciously, you're going to walk into relationships and relate to people, in these different ways, the ways these songs are embedding this stuff into you. I do not like the way this scarf is feeling. It's true. And then E! News, they post a picture of Offset. I think they deleted it later, talking about Takeoff dead at 28 years old. 28 years old. It's sad. It's very sad. And yes, like I said, the music shapes culture. And you got rappers wanting to be able to talk about their degeneracy and just let it fly. Just put it on a beat. And then when somebody winds up dead, they're like, oh, we don't want to use his lyrics. What? That's when you got to look sideways at people like that who are actually advocate. Kelly Rowland, yes, you too, sweetie. Kalindra, or Kalindra, whatever her name is. You on that? No, absolutely not. It's too much stuff y'all let ride, and then let ride in the name of being black. And then now you wonder why your blackness is aligned with all of this weird shit. And you're like, damn, in order to be black, I got to treat my wife wrong. In order to be black, I got to be like this. In order to be black, I got to talk to women this way. You're not black enough if you're not doing this. So now your blackness is aligned with all of this degenerate, fucked up, weird ass, struggle ass shit. And now what it means to be black, and now you looking like, God damn, no. You need to reject it every single time. That's not, no. That's it. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves as black men to sit up on a goddamn platform and say that a black man is not black enough because of the way he treats his wife kindly with a warm heart. He's a kind-hearted, respectful man. He's not black enough. What the fuck? And y'all y'all proud of it. Laughing. While your children look at you and think, and then y'all say, "Oh, we need the dads in the house." These niggas, y'all want these niggas in somebody's house? Y'all want these niggas in somebody's houses, raising them and telling them they ain't black enough unless they're cheating on their wives, unless they're like Future. I want my sons to be like Future. What? What? Russell Wilson is corn. He ain't black enough, man. He ain't black enough, man. You see how he over there treating her? He married a single mama. He ain't black enough. You know we don't marry these fucking hoes. Where do you think you learned that from? Now, I'm not saying black men ain't been disrespecting women for generations. But when the music continues, that's something that is constantly going through somebody's speaker and somebody's television screen, somebody's phone screen. Usually you can go listen. You can't even go listen to the little R&B songs. Trey Songz, isn't he R&B singer on his spare time? You know what he does. You know what R. Kelly was doing on his spare time? And writing songs about it that you were dancing to. Yes. I'll tell you one thing. Black women don't have shit to do with the social image of the black man, no matter what they tell you. I'm going to tell you another thing. This idea, whenever you're in digital space, and then they keep trying to blame single mama, single mama, single mama, single mama, single mama, the single mothers, the single mothers. The boys are coming from the single mother homes. No, 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 no. Because after the boys leave the single mother homes, they go out into their community where it's college. Yeah, whether it's college, whether it's the workforce, wherever they go when they get out of school, when they leave their parents' home, when they leave their single mother's home and they go out into the community, y'all are like wolves waiting for these boys that come from single mother homes to infect them with the bullshit that you've learned from men before you. And that's the facts. Y'all fail each other every fucking day. Y'all give each other the worst advice on life, the worst advice on how to relate to each other and women and children. The worst advice. So stop blaming single mothers, because when these boys leave home, they go find communities of men who lead them astray and give them the most weird ass advice on so many things. It's true. So single mother, if you're a single mother and you see in digital spaces, these men always trying to blame you for the way that black men are, right? They always try to figure out how to blame the mother, right? The father, they always try to figure out how to blame the mother that the child was father deficient. So they wait for these father deficient children to go look for community with other men. And these other men sit in community and say and teach and give the poorest advice. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. But you want to blame the mama for this. You want to blame the mom. But the dad nowhere. Just like the girls who come from single mother homes and there's no dad. The same niggas that's out here giving the boys bad advice, they're waiting for your daughters to come out. Because they're waiting for your daughters that hopefully you didn't tell them about how these men are. Hopefully they don't see these niggas coming. And she doesn't have another man. I know half of these women don't have a man around them. So we can get over on them. Yeah, they waiting. They are waiting. They are waiting to get to change the perspective of somebody's daughter, to change her perspective of men forever. They're waiting for her. That's why they want them at 17, 18, 19, up to 23. Just out of college, just out of high school. She don't have a clue. Father deficient, out in the world. These men coming up that she don't know nothing. Can't see him coming. Don't know who he is, his MO, what character he is, nothing. The same that they're doing with the little boys. Little boys, they get in community, 18, 19, 20 years old. They sitting up playing basketball. These niggas is giving them bad advice. They're asking about, oh, you know, I met this girl. Yeah. You know, the more girls you fuck, the more of a man you are. They don't teach them how to respect their bodies. They don't teach them shit. All they teach them is how to use their dicks to dominate women, and that's it. They don't teach them nothing else. And you can tell they don't teach them nothing else because the only conversation that is happening in digital spaces among black men is how to dominate women, how to get you guys to revert to the 1950s era where women didn't have rights and submit to some weird ass nigga. Just because he has a dick. Girl, no, absolutely not. So there's a larger conversation, and this 28-year-old man who was killed for no reason, none, like no reason. There's nothing that he could have said to him, that nothing. And the fact that he was an innocent bystander, that he wasn't even involved. And now he's dead. He has a daughter. I think he has a daughter. And then him and Offset were not on, they weren't speaking. Can you imagine? That's awful. It's awful. And for what? It's the music. It's the culture. It's how y'all relate to each other. And I'm going to say it again. And now I'm about to go, but I'm going to say it again. Black women, you are not responsible in changing the social image of black men. You're not responsible for it. They didn't help you. They didn't go to school and get the certifications and get the letters behind you. They were not there when you were getting the letters behind your name. They were not supporting you. In fact, they are telling you now in digital spaces that your education doesn't mean anything, right? Because they need you to be on that low vibration with them where they reside. That's where they want you to be. Because they have no plans in changing their social image. But you better not be over there helping them. I know there will be some. Because there's always some. It's never all, baby, but it's always some. There's always going to be someone over there trying to help. Help. But no, you're not responsible for that. And do not take on that burden. Do not take on none of that. That's not your burden. Keep doing what you're doing to change. I mean, like I said, black women have gone from being called welfare queens to Goldman Sachs, MasterCard, whoever else wanting to invest in the group that is keeping the community afloat as best they could with a few black men. And another thing I want to say, black women, no man should be around you who isn't an ally to women. No, you should have no man around you who is not an ally to women and girls. If he sees you as subhuman, as beneath him, as his maid, mule, and mattress, stay the fuck away from him. Friend, relative, whoever. You should not be in proximity to no man who sees you as a lesser human. And he shot out of a pussy. Girl. Anyways, y'all, I'm about to go. Because it's so much and my thoughts are all over the place. Hopefully you're able to place them and make a puzzle out of it and put it together, honey. Because it's real. Again, you're not responsible for changing the social image of black men. You're not. That is their responsibility. And theirs alone. The same way cleaning up quote unquote racism is not your responsibility as a black person. That's white people's responsibility because they're the ones that created the shit. This is the environment they created. So you got to fix it. Same thing with black men. And when they say black community, they're talking about black men because black women seem to be doing well. So, oh, the black community, No, no, no. They're talking about straight black men. That's what they're talking about. The black community, No, no, no. Because everybody else seems to be doing their end of the bargain. Everybody seems to be doing, they going to school, they getting certifications, they getting letters behind their names, they raising their kids, they sending their kids off, and y'all still sitting over there talking about, well, we need to figure out the way we could dominate the women. No. Y'all over there worried about the wrong fucking thing. So clean up your own goddamn images. And black women, you keep doing what the fuck you're doing. Get being invested in. Because the people who have the money, who can give you the money to invest in your business, they're watching you. They see who's doing the work. Yeah. So keep striving and doing what's best for you and the people in your community. Be around people who are like-minded and like-hearted. Stay away. I don't know what to do about the music. Don't listen to it. Know where it's coming from. Just listen to the words and understand that it does affect. Music affects people. I mean, it's energy. And it's something that's constant. It's constant. Just like Letitia said on Love and Hip Hop. Not Love and Hip Hop, might as well be. Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's some hip hop shit over there. That's basically saying that shit is ghetto, it's hood. It's too much. It's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.